where like one dog you could probably yell at, and if you yell at the other dog, you destroyed his feelings. Like they get all because you don't know what past they had or anything like that. So using positive reinforcement was like the way to make sure that you were doing it in a scientific way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think positive reinforcement is like how they train dolphins, pretty much. Because dolphins, for example, are one of the animals that, like horses you can put a bit on, or like dogs you can't hit and train in a certain way.
Yeah.
With dolphins, if you punish them or hit them or anything like that, they pretty much become depressed and die. Like
what?
they don't they shut down. They and think about humans too. Like some humans if you hit them or anything, if they don't have resilience, they completely shut down. And with dolphins, they had to figure out how to make them do the things that they do without them shutting down. And that was with when you're close to doing what I want you to do, you're going to get a piece of
get a fish or something.
A fish, right? Yeah. When you do exactly what I'm trying to get you to do, I'm going to give you a lot of fish, and then eventually you don't even have to use the fish. They just understand. There's an understanding between the animal and you that this is what I want you to do. I mean, the owner had a dog that I could possibly say. I remember her saying like maybe 100 words to this dog, and she knew what the dog was trying, like what she was trying to tell him.
Yeah.
And the other part is I got to train that dog at one point, but it was like training someone that understood English.
It's crazy.
It was like the dog already knew. One, it was conscious that it was being trained, that you were trying to get it to do something, so it would move in a way that it was like, are you trying to get me to go here? Is it over here?
He's working with you.
Yeah, he's
like an actor trying to get you to act with him.
Right. Like he's trying to feed off of you. Like, what? Oh, you want me to come over here? Is it my leg? And he would throw all these behaviors at you to try to figure out what do you want me to do. And it was crazy because that's the level of dedication that these people put into communicating with this dog in a positive manner.
Yeah.
With a lot of patience. Right? Because you can't get frustrated, right? If he doesn't do what I do. A lot of people say like, oh, he's being spiteful or this. You like anything in life, the dog is not the problem. You're the problem.
Yeah.
Like your lack of patience or lack of understanding of the process is probably what's leading to the negative aspects of the behavior, and you can change it.
We've been doing this positive reinforcement with Foxy,
and
it seems to be working well. For example, when we come back from a walk, she gets a treat, and she stands there, and she's like excited, and we have a hand signal, and sometimes just with a hand signal alone, she'll sit.
Right.
And even if we have the treat out, she'll wait until we hand her the treat.
That's nice, yeah.
And there's some other behaviors we're working with, like when you're out walking her, and she wants to go one way, and we don't want to go that direction.
Right.
Instead of yanking a leash,
right,
we stand there. It says, act like a tree.
Oh, okay.
And so she's pulling, and she kind of like stops, looks at us, and then goes, okay, I guess we're going the other way.
Right.
And it's great.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that you want to be is the source for their attention and the source of compensation for their behaviors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to look to you for all these things. But if the outside world is more interesting and more inviting to them than you, then you're not there, right? Like, I'd rather go over here and do this. But the dogs that we trained, for example, I could go outside, drop the leash, have someone come by, and if I told that dog stay, that dog would not go to you if you had a steak with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
great.
level of trust that the dog has, that I'm willing to trust you that I'm going to get a reward for this bigger than the reward that this person's offering, whether it be my attention, my, a treat, my approval, which they understand, you know? So that's what it really was. It's about you being the consistent provider of these things for the dog. So never blame your dog. That's what I say. You need to change what you're doing. It doesn't mean you're wrong, or it doesn't mean you're a bad dog parent. It just means that you got to find a solution in a different way.
Yeah, I think having patience is huge, because there's already been times where it's like, I need to do my work, or I need to just study. And Foxy says, no, I'm here. You should pay attention to me.
Right.
And like I'm on my laptop, and she's putting her paws on the laptop. Like, no, stop what you're doing.
Right. I used to lose my keys sometimes, or my phone. Just and like the remote controls for the TV. But now I know they're probably under Sierra.
Oh,
she was just like, no, she just sit on top of it. And then I'm looking for my keys. Like, Sierra. And the keys are right under there. I'm looking for the Apple remote, which is a little silver remote. Yep. I'm always looking for that thing, and then I remember it's like, oh, it's probably under her.
Yep.
And there it is.
Well, here's something insane. When we leave, we turn music on for Foxy.
Uh-huh.
Well, originally it was Friends, and I don't think she liked it at all. She did like Bob's Burgers.
Oh,
because
of Linda.
So I put reggae on yesterday.
Yeah.
And she seemed to like it okay.
Okay.
Today I put reggae. I didn't like the music.
Uh-huh.
I think that today's reggae wasn't as good as yesterday's, so I just changed it to alt rock. And later on, Corey's watching the video. She goes, "Did you put music on?" I go, "Yeah, I did. I put it on the alt rock station." She goes, "I don't hear it." So I think the camera must be broken. Well, Corey got home and Foxy muted the music. Someone says on the
She's like,
remote.
"No, this is not what I want."
Yeah.
And it's funny that the whole camera thing, because I just you were telling me a story. You want to tell your story about the camera?
What happened today?
Yeah, please tell your story, because I have a follow-up story.
All right. Well, we got this thing called an X Pen to put in the house so that we can kind of quarantine off the areas we want Foxy to be in, and we made this quadrangle. And I put Foxy in, and I leave. And later I'm watching the video, and there's Foxy like a monkey trying to climb out of the pen. And I'm freaking out, because if she falls and she gets hurt, I'll feel so guilty.
All right.
And I'm watching. I can see her paws. Like, she's got her head above the pen, and she's got her feet on the pen. And I am freaking out. So I go home, and I rescued her from the pen. All right. So now Corey says, all right, let's just quarantine the kitchen off. So we move it over, and I'm watching the video. She's watching the video, and there's Foxy on the back of the couch. And then later, Corey goes, "She's in the kitchen." No, she was on the couch. She jumped from this couch over the fence and into the kitchen. Right. I am again freaking out, because if she hurt her little puppy paws, I would feel so bad. And there she is in the video in the kitchen howling. Oh! So I go, "Corey, one of us has to get home. I feel so bad."
You got to leave work.
So Corey goes, "No, she'll be fine. She's in the kitchen. She's fine." I go, "What? She got hurt?" "No, she's fine. It's sunny in there. She's okay." When Corey watches a little later, she goes, "She's in the living room." Like, "Oh, no, it's impossible. Would she get over the thing? No way. There's no way." So Corey got home. She moved the fence out of the way and then climbed through it.
There's nothing saved. Nothing you do there. She's not going to.
Yeah.
She's an escape artist.
So we gave up on the fence thing.
Right.
She's got full reign of the house.
Oh man, I have a good story, and it's going to be funny because I only told a handful of persons this story because it was pretty scary for me. So, you know how I was Henry and Sylvia went off to Guatemala.
These are our good friends.
Yeah. So our good friends, they went to Guatemala just recently. So I house sat and took care of their two puppies. They have two little Yorkies, I think.
Yeah, Luna and
Luna and Leia.
Leia.
And they're cute little fuzzballs. I mean, they're really, really small, and they're super jumpy and everything. And I did a lot of training when I was there. Morkies, I think they're right.
They're part Maltese and Yorkie, I think.
Right, I think that's what they are, right?
Yeah, I want to say yes.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't. I used to train dogs, but I was really bad at it.
The breeds.
The breeds. That's one thing they always yelled at me about. It's like, you should know the breeds. They're puppies. They're dogs. They're all doggos.
300 breeds.
They're all doggos. What is it? The doggos.
Yeah, I've been calling Foxy a doggo, and Corey, stop it. I hate that. But anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, so they also have a camera, and this is like a high tech 180-degree camera thing. But anyway. So I downloaded the app because, I for my work I have to be in and out of the house. So I thought it was great. And they also pen in an area so that they stay and not wreak havoc and everywhere else. And I loved them. They were so nice and cuddly, and I would sleep with them on night and everything like that. So I obviously grew attached really quickly. I even trained them. I did some lead training, walking, and comes and all the little things that I could do in the time I had to try to get them a little bit. And they were doing great. Like, they weren't jumping and stuff like that. Yeah. Because they're like little springs. They just jump. Yeah. So and it takes a lot of patience because they would always jump, and I'm like, I have to wait for them to stop to actually do the thing that I'm trying to do. And sometimes you want to run out the door. So how do I wait for them to stop so I can put the foot down? Because I would wait for them to stop, say good, give them a treat, and then put the food down. So they would stop jumping, and they started doing it. And there was other things, but it takes time and it takes patience for you not to just go, oh, whatever, and just put right. So anyway, so I leave for work. My bad, I left a very important part of the story out. So that the night before, Leia threw up in the middle of the night, And I was like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with her? But she looked fine. And I checked her out, like, make sure she was okay. I cleaned it up. And she was fine. In the morning, she was great. She was eating. So that's a good sign that she's okay, right? Like, she was drinking water. She was dead. She was playing. I took them out for a walk, go home, and then I leave for work. And a couple hours, I check every, hour or so. I check the thing, and I kept seeing them there. And all of a sudden, around, 4 hours in, she's nowhere to be seen.
It's scary.
And I see Luna parading around the whole area,
and
I don't see Leia. And I'm like, my heart dropped. I don't know. I just right away thought I should have taken her to the vet. She's dead. Maybe she ate something that she wasn't supposed to, and I didn't take care of it. And then my mind went to not only is something happened to her, or she's agonizing or something. And then how do I tell Henry? How do I tell Henry and Sylvia that I was so careless? So a million and one thing. I'm pretty non-religious, but I pray to every single god and or saint, and I go down the line of everything to this time I really mean it. So, and I was all the way in West Palm, Northwest Palm, and they're in Coral Springs area. So so that's a freaking long drive, and I had work to do still, and I'm like, I can make it there, check her out. If something's not going on, then I can make it back to work. But it's still a good 40-minute drive,
Yeah.
And I'm driving, and I just decided to put the video on the console there just in case, you know. And I'm driving, and all of a sudden, a little piece of shit walks by, and I'm like, Leia, it scared the crap out of me. Thank God that I got home, and because I was already on the way, so I got home, took her out, hugged her, don't you ever do this to me again.
I understand.
And but now I have this newfound, since I don't have kids, I have this newfound sense of what these moms with kids and people with dogs and other animals that I've never experienced before. This is the camera's fault though. Giving you that immediate need to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I know and now whenever I hear a kid didn't answer the phone, and I'm like, what are you doing to your mother?
I know, I can't imagine.
Do you know how she feels?
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny afterwards.
Right. I completely understand, because I even today I'm freaking out about Foxy and did she get hurt? I should not watch these videos is what it comes down to.
Right.
She was fine.
She was fine. Yeah. So it's a double-edged sword. You get to see them, but then things like this happen.
That's right. All right. So I think now is a great time. We're going to take a break. Come back. We'll do some trivia.
Sounds good.
Talk more pets. Rico and I are having a great time making this podcast,
and we want to keep doing this.
So please subscribe to our channel,
get the word out,
and let others know about us.
Now back to our show.
All right, and we're back.
We are back.
Number 1. According to Victoria Stilwell of Animal Planet, which of these is not one of the reasons a dog licks?
All right.
By the way, Foxy is a licker. Is it A, it's a sign of affection? B, it relieves stress for the dog? C, it's grooming you? Or D, it likes the taste of salty skin?
Which one is not?
Which one is not one of the reasons a dog will lick somebody?
Affection.
And the answer is it's grooming you. That's actually a cat trait.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a sign of affection.
I guess I should know that, but
yeah. It's a sign of affection. There was a couple of different reasons.
Right. I know that they when they're nervous, they anxiously lick.
Yeah, that's right. It was one of the things was anxiety. It was they said it was like biting nails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it relieves stress for the dog, anxiety, and then it likes the taste of salty skin.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Number 2. So animals have been in movies, and it's not uncommon to see a cop-dog buddy movie.
Right. There's a ton, and I loved every single one of those when
growing
up. Yeah.
Who was your favorite?
I think it was either K9. What's the name of that movie? K9 something. I saw it in Spanish, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's what's the one with Tom Hanks?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you because I got a trivia question.
Okay, go for it.
So maybe you'll
I saw these when I was a kid, so names are gonna be difficult.
Okay. And they were also in Spanish, so you have to translate.
All right.
So, which of these is not a real cop and dog buddy movie?
Okay, go for it.
Is it A, Canine?
That's one.
Mm-hmm. B, Sergeant Pup?